Hey, man, y'all know what it is. What up, y'all? Welcome back to I Said, the podcast for all things sports. And today we're getting into the basketball, man. We're going to give y'all our Final Four and our tournament winners. We know we're going to be wrong, but we're doing it anyway. We got to talk about that Ant-Man dunk. It was crazy. And Draymond has some things to say about KD and Kyrie. Some of us disagree. Some of us just want to say something to Draymond Green. So we're going to get into it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Comment down below. Let's get it. What up, family? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And today, it's me and the entire crew. What's up, crew?
What's up?
What's up?
They already know your names by the intro, So, let's get into the NCAA tournament. The bracket is out. Hopefully, this year we can make it past the first game. Last year I didn't make it past day one. So hopefully we can make it past day one, man. We might see what's going on. So the NCAA tournament bracket is out. We're going to give you guys our picks. I've been staring at this bracket for about a good 20 minutes, and I still really don't know which way I want to really lean all the way, but I'm going to take a shot in the dark, and I'm going to go with what bracket is this?
Shot in the dark.
Okay, so in the East bracket, I'm going to go with UConn. I'm going to say UConn's going to make it out of the East bracket. I really don't believe in anybody else besides UConn. Maybe Illinois. I like their sneaky. Then I would say out of the West bracket, I'm going to go with Baylor. I'm going to say Baylor's going to make it to the Final Four out of the West bracket. I started to say UD, Sean, but nah. I ain't going to be able to do it.
Okay.
But I like Baylor in this bracket. Baylor or Arizona, but I think I'm going to go with Baylor. So I got on one side of the bracket, I got UConn and Baylor. On the other side of the bracket, I'm going to say we're going to go to the South bracket. So in the South bracket, I am going to say, it's going to be hard. Fuck it. Why not? I'm going to say Kentucky, man. Kentucky going to make it out of the bracket.
I'm going with Kentucky, too.
I'm going to say Kentucky. And then in the Midwest bracket, this is a hard one. This is the hard one. I'm going to say Purdue makes it. No, I'm going to say Kansas makes it. I'm going to say Kansas and Kentucky.
Hey, once you put up the thing on the screen, man.
Oh, I got you. I could do that. Give me 1 second.
Appreciate you, sir.
Share. So this is the entire bracket. So I have got my entire bracket, but I'm going to say Final Four is going to be UConn versus Kentucky, and Kentucky wins it all.
Ooh.
Is that going to happen? Probably not. But, I'm going to fill out a bracket anyway, and it probably might be different from what I just said, but who gives a damn? Who you got, Sean? Who you got in this East bracket? So you got UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got UConn coming out the East.
Okay.
But, damn, you scroll so fast.
I went. Okay, you said UConn, so everybody else didn't know. That's why I was like, if you going UConn in the East bracket,
Yeah, okay. Go to the West.
West bracket. Number 1 seed is North Carolina. Number 2 is Arizona. Your UD boys played Nevada first in Salt Lake.
You know what? You know what? North Carolina has an easy road in there, man.
They do.
I'm gonna go North Carolina.
Okay.
They're gonna play UD in the finals.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, go ahead, scroll to the Midwest or whatever.
Midwest.
Tennessee gonna be tough right there. A lot of people sleeping on Tennessee. Oregon, they the Pac-12 champions. Purdue got a monster, just won back-to-back Naismith Player of the Year. But I just don't see them making it all the way, though. I done seen them lose some games. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee. All right.
Yep.
And in the South,
Houston look all right. I seen them play against UD. But I'm going to go with Kentucky.
Ooh, okay. And who you going to have in the championships?
I'm going to have UConn win it all. I don't know who they're going to go against, though. But I'm going to say UConn win it all, back-to-back.
All right. UConn got win it all. Who you got, Bree?
I have UConn.
Okay.
Of course, I got North Carolina.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Then I have Houston and Tennessee.
Houston and Tennessee.
And of course, I'm going to have Houston and North Carolina in the finals, in the championship game. And of course, North Carolina going to win it all.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Blair, who you got, Blair?
I don't know. UConn, St. Mary's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? If I'm being honest,
dude, all them dudes just lost like they conference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I'm being honest,
totally
all
convinced that they all about to go out here and ball on everybody. But they all just lost to some bums. Purdue lost in like the first or second round, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, buddy, that
a number 5 comes out of that joint like 70-something% of the time. There's gonna be a number 5 that comes out of the weekend.
Look at there.
Somebody's gonna fall.
Gonzaga is a 5.
Purdue fails too much.
Gonzaga, boo.
I cannot do them. Like, and he picked them. I'm gonna go ahead and pick. That is a wacky little division over there. Why not, man? She picked Tennessee. I'm gonna pick Creighton.
Ooh, Creighton to the Final Four.
And what's the other one?
You got the South. So
not picking Duke, not picking Houston, not picking Duke, bro. Even Duke make it, I ain't picking Duke. But it'll probably be a better team. Let me get Marquette.
Marquette. And who you got winning? Nice. Who you got winning it all?
I got UConn winning the whole thing. They're the most consistent team in basketball right now.
Yeah.
As far as like a program and what they put on the floor, consistency-wise.
All right.
That dude from Purdue is going to be like a second-round pick.
You said the dude for Purdue?
That super tall center that's supposed to be like all-world.
Nah. Listen, man, if I'm being honest, he's stiffer Jones, bro. He's stiff as
he's so big, and that works in college. But that's like a Roy Hibbert big, bro. Like that big is gonna be completely useless in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, talking about
Edie, the dude from Purdue.
Oh, Zach Edie? Yeah.
Buddy from Purdue. He reminds
me. It's the same reason he went back. Like his draft stock is not going up any higher from going back being player of the year 2 years in a row.
No.
It's no different than Drew Timme. Like that, there's no chance that dude is like a superstar on the neck. There's zero chance. He might be like a regular competent role player at the next level. He's not going to be if he makes it.
Yeah,
he's that kind of dude. It's a hustle guy.
I believe
the other dude is just tall.
I think you know who Buddy from Purdue reminds me of. He reminds me of Big Country back in the day. You remember Big Country? That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Big Country.
But he had moves.
But a lesser version. Because Big Country has some moves.
He had feet for such a big dude.
And that's where I feel like he struggles. He's just big and stiff, bro.
He's just tall, man. Tall and solid. Like, he ain't like Shaq athletic, just, like a big dude that can move. He's just big. I don't know.
Man, he's just big and stiff, like an
18-year-old
boy
in
strip
school
club
for like 4 years in basketball should kind of tell you, like, wow. you have no confidence in your game. You never left. The fact that you came back after you was like player of the year to play again, and the story wasn't, he just wants to finish what he started at Purdue.
Yeah, it's just
ain't it, bro. You missed your window was the 80s. Maybe the 90s. When you just could be big because they needed big bodies to throw at another big body. Because everybody believed that centers was just big dudes.
There's who you got, man. What's your Final Four, bro? What's your Final Four looking like?
I don't know, because I'm gonna have like 3 different brackets.
I got 10 different brackets.
Yeah,
I got something.
I'm trying to see which one I'm going with. All right, so I got UConn
in the East.
Everybody can believe
I got by the hair on their chin, North Carolina.
Mm. I believe it's Hubert, huh?
Yeah.
Him and his wife.
I got Tennessee.
Oh.
And then in this particular bracket, I had wanted to shake it up. I felt like this was a good one to shake it up. I'm going with Wisconsin.
Okay.
Making a surprise visit to the Final Four. So no Cinderella.
Full crack,
No, but I'm going with Wisconsin because to me, this is the most open bracket. I ain't confident in Houston. I ain't confident in Duke. I'm not confident in Kentucky. Shit. North Carolina State might have got hot at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go with Wisconsin. I got UConn versus Tennessee in the championship. And I got UConn setting themselves currently at the top of the blue blood. Running it back to back.
Okay.
All right. I'll accept that, man. I'll accept that. Shoot. You never know. I definitely feel like all these teams are even, and anybody can really win this tournament. So, moving on. So, we all was watching TV last night, or you called it on ESPN.
We gotta do the ladies too.
The ladies?
You're not forgetting about. Yeah, you're not about to forget about the women out here.
I'm not forgetting about the ladies. I'm not forgetting about the ladies.
Get them.
He was already gone. He ain't forgetting about him. He already forgot him. It was already forgot. It was done. Basketball was over.
They was, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, man,
No, sorry, Bob. We ain't putting these ladies on here.
I guess you got to pull up that bracket too, Chris.
I don't want to talk about the ladies. That one is hard.
Let's put these females
I was
on
trying
here.
to skip it because I don't know.
Let's go,
It's not hard.
ladies.
It's not
It's
hard.
not hard.
It's definitely
South
not
Carolina
hard. It's
wins
definitely
every
not
time.
hard at all. I know who
Women's
wins.
college basketball is like
Listen,
college
I ain't even got to
basketball
bring
in
up the
70s
bracket.
or the 80s.
Okay.
South Carolina is winning it. Period. Point blank. I don't care who you think on with it. LSU, you can say whatever you want. Blase, blase, blah. It's
How about
South
your Ohio
Carolina.
State girls?
Now listen, my Ohio State girls is gonna be in the finals, hopefully, to play them girls. But
Okay.
So you gotta pick them then, bruh.
you know what I'm saying?
I guess you're gonna put that bracket on the screen, bruh.
I'll put the bracket on the screen for the
Gotta
people.
put the bracket on the screen, bruh.
Chris, y'all beating USC?
Ooh.
Yeah, now listen.
no.
Now listen. Now listen. My girl, who's my favorite player in college right now, Juju's a monster. I listen, man. I love that girl. That girl got game. I love her, but man, no, bro. Oh man, them old state girls better do their thing, and they going to. They gonna do it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You know what I'm
Keep the
saying? Let me get the bracket out here.
Okay.
So
So they either play in New York or Portland? Is that how the women's tournament works?
they're not even, I'm guessing so. They're not even giving me, this one is a more of a generic bracket of like, they're not breaking down where they're playing and stuff. Oh, yeah. Albany, yeah, in Portland. Yeah, that's where they playing at. It's not as deep and all over the place like the men's bracket is.
Of course.
But definitely in this bracket, South Carolina. In this bracket, I'm gonna shock some people. I'm gonna say Stanford. I'm gonna say South Carolina versus Stanford in this bracket. I think they'll beat Texas, even though I do like Texas's coach, and she be putting on some outfits. I ain't gonna lie, she be doing her thing out there. She be looking good than a motherfucker, boy. I can't lie.
Who?
Texas coach, you ain't seen her?
No.
Oh,
Wow.
it's
I'll
a
look
sight.
Y'all
her
know
up.
Blair don't be on the
It's a
social.
sight.
I'll look her up right now.
Look her up.
Man, she be dressing her ass off.
She be
Don't
doing
be
her
on the
motherfucking
Rihanna.
thing on that sideline, boy. I'm not gonna hold you. She be doing her motherfucking thing.
Yeah,
But
she a little baddie.
yeah, and she fine. But
Be having her nails done too. Don't stop there.
on the
Her
top
nails be
top bracket, I'm gonna say LSU, because I don't think LSU is gonna beat Iowa to get to the Final Four. And then the lower part of the bracket, it'd be USC and Ohio State. I say Ohio State gets to the Final Four and beats USC to get to the championship game, and it'd be Ohio State versus South Carolina. South Carolina wins because they're just the better team. I love how I ride. I'm gonna roll with my girls as long as I can, but I didn't watch the games. South Carolina is the best women's basketball team in the country. And it's just undeniable at this point. But they could slip up. I think it's gonna be a great game. It's just a game that the Lady Buckeyes just ain't gonna win, man. Who you got, Sean?
Shit, I got South Carolina. Then I got Texas. Then I got Iowa. Then I got Ohio State.
Oh.
I do think they can beat USC. I think they backcourt is a little too young.
Texas A&M coach.
No, it's the Longhorns.
Texas, just regular Texas.
Yeah. And then I got Iowa
Horns.
going against South Carolina championship. South Carolina blow them out by 30.
Damn.
I have a question.
Yes.
What race is this coach?
She black.
Black.
So Texas A&M head coach?
No, it's
She's not a head coach. She's an assistant coach.
Oh, so stop telling me she the head coach then, Chris.
Oh, my bad. Is that what I said?
Is her name Sydney Carter?
I don't know.
My bad.
Is her name Sydney Carter?
Uh, I don't know. I just be seeing her. Give me a second.
With outfits on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Regular gear, right? Like regular girl clothes.
Yes.
Regular
Yes, Sydney.
Skirts. Texas A&M.
No.
Come on, man. We can walk this circle if you want to, as many times as you want to go in it, Chris.
No.
Tell me the name of the lady you're talking about.
Give me a second.
Okay. Because I want to know.
Go ahead with y'all picks. I'll find her for Blair. I'll find her.
Yes,
No,
but her name is Sydney Carter.
Good Lord. That is the coach for Texas A&M.
Yeah, she was an assistant
Texas
coach for Texas
WBD.
A&M. Yeah, she was an assistant coach. She stopped being an assistant coach for Texas A&M in 2022, and now she is the developmental coach.
But this is her.
University. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
Mm-hmm.
That is her. Mama say, mama side, mama. I'm sorry.
You're so funny.
I just wish they let you try it first.
Yes, for those, I'll put a short video of her on the screen for everybody else to know who we talking about. But if you don't know who we talking about, you're gonna find out today. Okay, so who you got, Brianna? You already said
Blair? Who's Blair's picks?
Blair. You got in the girls.
You said Brianna, man.
Hey.
Oh, he said Brianna already?
Yeah.
Oh, give me all the number ones.
South Carolina, Texas,
Iowa,
and USC.
USC wins it all. They probably play Iowa.
Nah.
Chris, you asked for his pick.
I did.
What do you mean by no?
What I mean by no is if that happens,
ask you, I'm not noticed again that women's college basketball is like basketball in the 70s and the 80s. The teams at the top are the teams at the top. Number ones make it all the way through in women's basketball. That's not as much parity in women's basketball as it is in men's. The ones make it all the way through.
And what I'm telling you is, if that happens, I was just saying no, because if that happens, if they play USC, Juju
probably gonna get smoked, bro. But they don't
gonna give them the business.
That'll be the best TV, the best rating.
Oh, it's gonna be great TV if that happens. That'd be great.
USC and Caitlin Clark.
Listen, if I'm being honest, I am more interested in watching the women's tournament than I am to watch the men's.
That's
tournament.
what I've heard. They said that the women's college game has like eclipsed the men's game.
Dog, when Iowa plays LSU, and what was that be?
But it also makes sense why the women's game eclipsed the men's game, because them dudes don't stay. Like the thing about like programs, like yes, programs have eternal loyalty. Schools have eternal loyalty. Schools that are bigger schools have a bigger fan base. It just is what it is. So the idea that the bigger schools are generally tend to be the better ones is why it's not as much parity. And now in dudes, you get what, a year? Most really good dudes are gone in a year.
Mm-hmm.
They're not staying longer than a year. So like it's harder for a program to like get a following and track that all the way through. Like women have no reason to leave because they're not making more money in the pros, especially with the NIL stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but they had no incentive to leave because leaving early didn't do anything for them. It's not like they left early, went overseas, got super paid, and then took the bad check in the WNBA to be home. That's not how it was. So now they're making more money in college. They stay longer, so the fan base has longer to like grow and be a part of it. And kind of, let the whole thing be, and it just grows more organically with 4 years. Over every year, you got to like build new hype for the team. The women's game is tracked differently, so you can track those players. Like dudes are in and out a year. The really good ones are gone in a year. Like college basketball is not what it used to be because dudes don't. The best ones do not stay.
Yeah,
They hadn't stayed for a long time, but
women are able to.
Was 3 years.
The women are building a fan base for them to go for because of their staying. Like Juju, I'm gonna be watching Juju for the next 3 more years as she gets the women's scoring record and man's, and then she gonna go pro. But the dudes, if a dude is doing what Juju doing right now as a freshman, deuce.
Bro ain't even gonna approach them numbers because
he ain't.
Gonna be out of there.
Yeah, Pistol Pete is gonna always be the men's all-time leading scorer in NCAA
Well, that dude
history.
almost broke it. He was like 3 points shy, which was cold.
He ain't break it. So it's still Pistol the Pete, and that it is what it is. But Brianna, who do you have as your women's top 4 or final 4?
I have South Carolina.
Of course.
Texas.
Ooh.
USC and LSU.
And LSU. Okay.
I'm putting in USC.
And then I have South Carolina meeting back up with LSU and South Carolina winning.
Darius, wrap this thing on up for us.
He ain't got it.
It's my turn now. It's my turn.
Two hours later.
I got South Carolina.
I'm about to say, you better fold a friend and shit.
Right, he said,
I got Stanford. I got Southern Cal.
Mm.
And I got Iowa.
Mm.
I got I got South Carolina versus Southern Cal in the championship.
I can see that.
I can see it.
And I got South Carolina dubbing them in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's USC versus USC?
Yes.
Got is USC versus USC.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great game. This tournament is gonna be so entertaining, and I can't wait. And the girls is getting aggressive now, and they talking shit, and they getting little rivalries going.
Do y'all think Don gonna last as long or do as good as Pat?
She's headed towards that way.
Oh, you mean like Dawn, like Pat Summerall?
Yeah.
Summit.
Yeah, that's it. I knew it was an S.
Yeah. Yeah, Pat Summit.
Not Summerall. That was the announcer.
Yeah, that's
with John Madden and shit.
Yeah, John Madden's partner. But yeah, she's headed towards that way, man. She's building something special. She's building something special. For a long time, for a little while there, I thought UConn was going to be the one that's going to stop her. But the women's game is expanding, and I'm liking that the different teams are winning championships, and it's not just Tennessee or UConn, and now it's more like South Carolina wins it. LSU don't won one, so. But yeah, I think they headed towards that way, man. She's doing the thing. She's doing the thing. She got a hell of a team.
Yeah, she's gonna build a really good program. She'll have like current girls for the next at least 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because of who she is, man. I knew she was going to do good just because of who she is and who she was.
Well, it took her a while to kind of get it rolling, but once she got it rolling, it's It's gonna stay rolling now because they winning.
Mm-hmm. It's up now. You know, so yeah, I think she's on track. She's on track. Now we moving on.
Move on.
To Anthony Edwards, man. If you didn't catch the highlight, I'll put it right here. Anthony Edwards dunks on Mr. Collins. You saw him coming. He jumps. He gets banged on. I just want to ask the crew, because it was discussed on a few other shows, is this the greatest regular season dunk in the NBA that you've ever seen?
No.
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 Say that again. This the best dunk ever?
Is this the best NBA regular season dunk that you've ever seen?
No.
Because a lot of people were arguing, and I was like,
that's just because the internet.
Even online, I was like, wait a minute, y'all, these got to be kids that's like 5 and 10. Like, what are y'all talking about?
What do you say?
Not even,
no, hell no.
That's not even my favorite dunk of his dunking on somebody.
Right.
When he dunked on Buddy from the Hawks, that shit was amazing. Now, this one was good. It was great, too. That shit was
dunked
amazing.
on Gabe Vincent that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh. But I done seen so many crazy in-game dunks. This nigga Vince Carter is like the king of in-game.
That Olympic dunk Vince Carter did was probably one of my top 3 of all time.
Well, see, I think the Olympic dunk that he did might be the greatest dunk I've ever seen. Like, that was just nuts. Like,
hey, I saw LeBron hop over a nigga.
Yes. In the game, and people didn't realize it until they replayed it. Like, he jumped over him. Like, yes,
right,
that's one of the ones.
Bro, this
Dominique
nigga
Wilkins done some
are
stuff.
We forgetting about fucking this nigga Brandon Knight getting baptized by DeAndre Jordan. Come on, man. You ain't seen Brandon Knight since then.
Man, Brandon Knight was all right, man, till that day.
Come on, nothing. The only thing you knew about Brandon Knight after that was right after that, Kyrie crossed his ass up, and then you never heard from him again.
We're gonna get to Kyrie in a second, but yeah, man, this was impressive. And if I'm being honest, it's more of a throw-in than a dunk. Because me personally, I feel like you gotta have
it looked like he flushed it.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta have your hand touch the rim at least to be a dunk. Like,
but do you
that's
realize,
an extension, bro? He tried, and that's
how high
oh yeah,
he had to jump to get it.
To even get it up there, yeah.
Yes, for him to even come that close.
Yes.
Because he jumped when he went. I was like, "What the? Oh my God!" Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of them dunks where you cover your face like, oh,
bruh,
and look through your fingers like, Jesus, bro.
Like I told that nigga not to jump.
In a couple of years he gonna be on the podcast like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Hey, he was thinking what all in-game dunkers be thinking. Hey, I'm about to dunk on this fool.
John Collins gonna be on the podcast like, I don't know what I was thinking. See what happened was.
Nope, he gonna say the same thing. You know, when you play defense, sometimes you get dunked on. Like every tall dude that says that, they all say the same. If you play defense, you gonna get
true. But two things can be true. Sometimes you get dunked on, and sometimes you become a poster.
Yes, I agree.
And he became a poster.
He was.
A poster, a card, for a collection card. He became all of that stuff. And on top of that, he had a little, what you say he had? A contusion or whatever he had. He was hurt.
A contusion.
Yeah. I think his feelings got hurt. That's what that was. He's like, oh, hell no.
Diagnosed you with embarrassment.
It's like getting hit with a big hit and you the dude that got hit. You ain't really hurt. You just laying on the floor like, ah.
I can't get back up after that.
I'm hurt for real though. But you're not. Because you the whole crowd go, ooh, shit. Or somebody was like, oh, goddamn. He all right? So I feel like that's what is more of the case with this dunk. But some people are trying to call us the greatest dunk of all time. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all need to go back, watch some Dominique. Go back, watch some of them MJ dunks. Go watch some of them LeBron in-game dunks. Vince Carter in-game dunks. When he did Sean Kemp, when he did the Lister Blister and he pointed at him like
when Shaq was tearing down rims.
It's a lot of dunks out there, but this was
that Scottie Pippen dunk.
It was very nice.
Very impressive.
It was very nice.
Very impressive. But yeah, just can't put it at the top though. Can't put it at the top. But moving on, Draymond Green. I did not see this. It was brought to my attention by Brianna when she said something like, "Hey, he's talking about my guy. He been talking about my dude a little bit too much lately. He need to keep his name out his mouth." Draymond did his podcast and he basically made a statement on the fact that Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everybody thinks Kevin Durant is. And I just wanted to know y'all guys' opinions on this. But first, I would like Brianna to get whatever she has to say off of her chest towards my man Draymond, because he's just having his own podcast and giving his opinion. So, Brianna, the floor is yours.
I don't have nothing to say to that man. I do feel like it was shady. He was being shady. I get you have your opinion and there's a way to present your opinion. Him bringing up Kevin Durant was like, why? Why you gotta compliment another man and then bring this man down? What was the point of you even mentioning his name? You could have complimented Kyrie without even mentioning Kevin Durant. So I feel like he was being shady. There's no way around not saying he wasn't being shady. He was being shady. And he could have gave Kyrie the compliment without all of the extra. I think he's wrong because we all know, or we feel like, KD will go down as one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game. Therefore, there's no way you can. I mean, I feel like they both do their job efficiently. When they on, there's no stopping them. Whether it's KD or Kyrie. When both of them are on, you ain't stopping them from shooting that fucking ball. They gonna shoot it, and 9 times out of 10, that thing is going in. These niggas is unstoppable when they on. The only way to stop them is when they're not having a good night. And that's them stopping themselves. You ain't stopping them. They're stopping themselves when they're having an off night. I don't think one should be better than the other. They're both great scorers at what they do.
All right. I mean, I feel you there. I ain't got nothing to really say about what you said, really. Sean, how you feel about his opinion on the two different greats out here when he said that Kyrie is the scorer that people think Kevin Durant is?
I really ain't got too much to say. I think, hey, like you said, man, it's a podcast. He's saying what's on his mind. He also just saying shit just to stir the pot. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the shit brewing. Get some more people to watch the show. Shit like that. He's just one of them guys that just say what's on his mind and he don't give a fuck. Like, and what you gonna do about it? Because Kyrie ain't gonna fight him. I mean, KD ain't gonna fight him. So, you know what I'm saying? I think he's just one of those dudes that, he He don't give a fuck what you think of him, what he say. He's the new age Charles Barkley. You feel me? He just talk shit. You feel me? But that's a good valid opinion. You know what I'm saying? I like Brianna said, they both do their damn thing on the court. But me, in my own opinion, I don't agree with him. I think KD will outshoot the fuck out of Kyrie in the gym. Now, as far as taking him to the cup and all that shit, yeah, Kyrie would do that. But if they just having just shooting all around the court, playing around the world, that's what we call it up north. I don't know what they call it down here. They're playing around the world. I'm betting on KD all day. You know what I'm saying? But again, that man has an opinion. He has a platform just to talk shit. Go ahead, do your thing, boy. I ain't mad at you.
Okay. Blair, you got an opinion on what your man Draymond had to say?
Not your man.
I ain't mad at Draymond, man. Draymond say whatever he feel like saying.
My shit freeze over here?
Who?
I thought it froze. Nah, go ahead.
Oh no, Draymond say what he want to say, man. It's like you know what he talking about as far as like knowing he talk about with basketball is just you either agree with him or you don't. He was more just trying to. I guess he used KD as the comparison, but doesn't really mean anything. I like Draymond.
Darius?
No, I like Draymond.
I like Draymond. I ain't mad at Draymond for that, man. Draymond want to say.
So, I agree with the fact that, Draymond know how to stir the pot. I mean, most of these dudes do. What I will like to say is, I feel like we kind of getting away from the bigger picture that they was talking about with Kyrie. Because it wasn't more so about him just being a scorer. The bigger conversation was Kyrie's skill.
Oh, okay. That's different.
So, I understand, like Brianna said, he probably had a better way he could say it. That's how I feel. But I feel like the conversation was really about the skill. And when you talking about as far as skill, I can see what he's saying. I don't think, me personally, I didn't take it as him just trying to jab at KD, but that's just the way that I perceived it. I think he was saying it more like, KD's very skilled at what he does. Kyrie is too. Now, the part that I paid attention to was he was like, with KD, 7-foot monster, he gonna get the shot that he want all the time. But he was like, you get a little hand here sometimes, and not saying that you stopping him, but you trying to make it tough on him. He was like, when you watch Kyrie, he never looked like he just taking like some super tough shot. And, it's just that's just a compliment to how smooth his game look, I guess. Because a lot of things they were saying, a lot of shows was like, is this the most skillful scorer that we've ever seen? Not the best, but like the most skillful, which I feel like, man, got an argument. But I don't think he was necessarily, or he could just be, it could be just like y'all said. Hey, he could just be trying to stir the pot. But I feel like it was directed more towards him being a skillful scorer and not him being like a better scorer than KD.
All right.
Gotcha. Good point.
I agree with everything Draymond Green said. Every part of it. Every part of it. Because he didn't lie. Now, what Darius is saying is what he's talking about. He's not talking about him as just a scorer. He is talking about their games offensively as a total. What he said about Kevin Durant is there are certain things that you can do to him that he don't like that you can kind of try to slow him down. You're not going to stop him, but you can kind of slow him down. Hence, if you go back and you look at the Boston series in 2022, what Draymond was talking about is you can crowd him, crowd his space, crowd him when he's shooting, try to send somebody at him, fake a double team, things of that nature, and you can kind of slow him down a little bit. And what he was also saying is with Kyrie, honestly, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do because he's like, yeah, KD can handle the ball. And these are the things that people say about KD. He can handle the ball. He can shoot. All true. All true. No lies. Everything you say is true. But what he's saying is it's more true. Like what y'all need to be talking about is talking about how Kyrie skill and what he does on offense is unstoppable. Because there's nothing you can do. If you crowd him, he gonna get by you with his handle. If you lay off of him, he one of the best 3-point shooters. If you crowd him, he can get to wherever he want to get to in the court, anytime, anywhere, however he wants to. Like, man, even at a certain point, I crowded him one time, and then I got up on him, and he went for his mid range. I thought I had it blocked. He shot it with his left hand. So. There's nothing you can do to stop him. You just got to hope, hey, he having a bad night or whatever the case. With KD, yeah, there's certain things you can do to try to slow him down, but there's nothing you can do against Kyrie. If you're taller than him, he's going to blow by you. If you're smaller than him, he's going to shoot over you. There's nothing you can do. And that's all he was saying. He was making a point that he is the person in the NBA as far as going off of his skill and what he can do. Is the person I can't do anything or nobody can do anything with. And that's all he was saying. Now, could he have said it a better way? Did he have to compare it to KD? I don't think he was comparing. He was trying to compare the two, but I think he was trying to reach for the person that everybody talks about when they talk about offensive game. So that's why Kevin Durant got brought into it. I don't think it was malicious. Now, I don't think he was trying to take a shot.
It was definitely malicious. When you say
it gives you that energy because of the energy ain't right with those two right now.
No, it gives you that energy because when you say, I think Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everybody thinks Kevin Durant is that not a dig? That's a dig. I think Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everybody thinks Kevin Durant is.
Yes, but
that's a dig.
It kind of is. It kind of is. You're right. But also, he gave you reasons why he feels that way.
I don't think that it was a need. I feel like there was a dig. He was trying to be petty. Of course, he can do that on your platform. That's what you want to do.
I'm saying,
but
I think he just took the easy way out.
I'm saying you could have been
reworded it.
Right. I feel like that's what he wanted to do. He could have just been like, yo, did y'all see what Kyrie did the other night? Shooting with his left hand. That nigga is an amazing scorer. I done did this with him. I can't stop him. I done guarded him. He could have said all of those things without saying Kevin Durant's name.
But I don't think he really took a dig.
I don't think it was a dig. That's like me. I went on the platform and Kevin Durant went on the platform and said, I think Rudy Gobert is the defender that everybody thinks Draymond Green is. That's a dig.
Like I said, that's not how I perceive it.
It's a dig.
I'm like, it wasn't. I feel like he was using Kevin Durant as saying this is the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? And he's elevating Kyrie to this level. That's how I take it.
Okay.
Because it's no other way. It's no other way to say his name in a sentence without saying it the way he said it.
There's a way. You could have bigged up Kyrie Irving without even mentioning Kevin Durant.
Why do we have to not mention him? He can use Kevin Durant.
I can big up LeBron James without having to mention Michael Jordan.
He can use KD as a point for his argument because we're talking about somebody who's skilled at scoring.
I get it. Right, you talking about two amazing scorers. I understand that, but the way that it was worded, I think Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everybody thinks Kevin Durant is.
So what word was he supposed to put right there? That's what I'm asking
But I'm
you.
saying is that, but that's like saying everybody thinks Kevin Durant is so great. I think Kyrie Irving is better.
Well, no, I think what
he didn't say.
Wait a minute, that's not what he was saying.
He did, but that's not what he said.
I know. I understand that's not what he said. I'm saying that's how some people would take it. I'm not saying that's what he said. That's not what he said. I'm saying that's how some people would take it.
Well, take him for what he
you
said.
can take it whatever. You can take however you want. I'm saying there's a way to big up somebody without mentioning anybody else. I can big up you without mentioning Chris's name.
But
I can big up Blair without mentioning your name.
What's wrong with him using somebody as a reference point?
There's no. What do you need to reference for? You know that you can
because
talk about
he wants you to
He wants you to understand.
He wants you to understand. That's like we said. That's like when people say that Anthony Edwards, they use Michael Jordan to big up Anthony Edwards.
Exactly, and I don't understand why you don't have to use nobody's.
But
you don't have to use a reference.
But just because they bring up Jordan, don't mean they disrespecting Jordan.
Okay,
they just using him as a reference point.
So first of all, all right. We know these niggas don't like each other, so that's number one. Don't mention. We know they don't like each other, so why is you talking about? That's number one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I told you.
He can't be grown about it.
That's just number one.
They can't be grown.
That's just number one. Okay, that's just number one. We know that they don't like each other. and then the way that he worded it was crazy work. It was crazy.
But you can't tell me what other way he could have said it. That's what I'm saying. What else?
I'm telling you, he could have not mentioned that nigga name at all. He could have not mentioned it at all.
Why can't he give? Why can't he give Kevin Durant praise?
Amazing offensive scorers. He didn't give him no praise. He didn't.
But wait a minute. But what he said was not a lie, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand.
It was a lie because
how was it a lie? He gave you. Wait a minute.
Because you can't stop Kevin Durant when Kevin Durant is on. You can't stop him. It don't matter.
Wait a minute. What he's saying is, what he's basically saying is,
you're not stopping him. When
hold on, Brianna.
You're not stopping Kyrie.
When
you're not stopping either one of these niggas.
Wait a minute. That's any great player.
Yeah.
But what he's saying is basically he's giving you the scouting report of how I evaluate both of these guys. This guy I can't do shit with. I've done all the things.
What, a 7-foot unicorn?
Wait a minute. I understand 7-foot unicorn. Wait a minute, Brianna. Don't let me pour out facts on you. Just chill out. I'm trying to be okay.
We're listening to a person who has guarded them both.
That's what I'm saying. We listen to
a person who has guarded them both. I understand that, and this is definitely his opinion. I get it. But the facts are the facts. You can't do nothing with either one of them. If you got a Kyrie Irving who's hot right now, he's scoring no matter what. If you got a Kevin Durant who's hot right now, he's scoring no matter what.
But he wasn't talking about when they hot.
He's talking about whenever.
The only way to stop them is if they are not having a good game, if they're having an off night themselves. Otherwise, you're not stopping either one of them niggas.
Wait a minute.
Show me a video where this nigga was stopped. Show me a video where they stopped Kevin Durant from shooting his ball.
The Boston series in 2022.
Points the other night.
The Boston series in 2022.
Because he was off. Even when I went
to go see for a whole series, he's off for the whole series.
I wasn't talking to you. When
we all in the conversation.
There he is. Even when I went to go see him the other night, he had an off night. He only had 13 points. That was him having an off night. Nobody on Charlotte stopped that nigga from shooting the ball.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say, Brianna,
that nigga from shooting the ball.
What I'm gonna say, Brianna,
so wait a minute. When a couple years ago,
Brianna, is every time that Kevin Durant doesn't score, it doesn't mean that he has an off night. I'm not saying that people is locking him down. What all Draymond said is certain stuff that you can do to Kevin Durant that you can't do to Kyrie, and it's just because of the type of scores they are. And that's all, and it's nothing wrong with that. Kevin Durant, I'm sure we'll all agree that Kevin Durant is a better scorer, but if we talking about skill and different ways to get the ball to the hoop, you can agree with what Draymond said. That's all he said.
And that's what I'm saying.
I don't agree.
He didn't lie.
And exactly, no, I don't agree. And I just feel like, no, I don't agree. And I don't understand what y'all don't understand about the fact that he didn't have to bring that nigga name up at all.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't get.
What I don't understand is why, if I want to make a point, I don't have to.
His
if I want to use somebody as a reference
is
point,
directed towards basketball heads. As a basketball head, you don't have to make a reference to anybody to know that Kyrie Irving is a star.
There's no written rule. There's no written rule that says I can't use somebody as a reference.
Right. Okay. So in the real world, right?
You do it all the time.
So in the real world, right? If I'm beefing with a bitch, I'm not mentioning her name. I don't care what kind of. I'm not mentioning her name. We don't like each other. So what am I mentioning you?
What? Wait a minute. What am
I bringing your name up for? We don't like each other. We already know we don't like each other. We don't really get along. What am I talking about?
This shit crazy.
Nigga, you talking about beef like they gonna pull up on each other at 7-Eleven and duke it out, nigga. Come on, dog.
We're not doing
talking about basketball beef, man. Come on, man. We ain't talking about.
I know for a fact that none of y'all niggas on this podcast. I know for a fact that none of y'all niggas on this podcast will have to down another nigga to bring your stuff up or to talk about somebody else.
What I'm saying is,
I know for a fact y'all wouldn't have to do that.
I disagree with you saying that he was downing him.
I don't think it was a down.
He didn't down him.
It was. I literally told y'all what the quote was. And Blair and Sean said it sounded like
okay. All right, let me ask you this.
What other player?
Wait a minute. What other player would you have rather him use as an example?
There is no need to mention another player.
But But that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is he gave examples
I got here like, let me tell you how amazing a scorer Kyrie Irving is. Did y'all see what he did the other night? I have guarded this nigga multiple times, and there's no way of stopping this nigga. Do you see how I did that? I ain't had to mention nobody for you to hear that this nigga's an amazing scorer.
Understandable. But in the podcast world, as we all know, because we are a part of it, in the podcast world, we give examples. We give comparisons.
No.
We do. You do it all the time, too. So if he gave his example in comparison and he used who's the scorer or the guy that has skill that the kids is going to know, the basketball older heads is going to know, and I know. So I'm going to use Kevin Durant. Because
he used what everybody considered the apex predator. He put him at the top.
And what he did was he like, my apex predator, this is what we say.
That's not what he said.
Basically is what he's saying. That's basically what he's saying. This is what I say. Because I'm the best. I'm the best player on my team.
What you told us.
I'm the best player on the team.
And what you told us what you told us when he said that,
that's not what he said. Y'all basically putting words in his mouth. That ain't what he said.
You told us
this is what he said then. This is what he said. He said you can do certain things. You can do certain things to Kevin Durant to slow him down, like Boston did, and held him to under all of his averages from the regular season to the postseason. That's what he said. He said with Kyrie, you can't do those things because you have nothing to do. Because I can't do anything to disrupt what he wants to do. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants to do. And that is evident because he did it to him in the finals. He does it to him during the regular season. And what he's saying is you can do things to Kevin Durant to kind of slow him down. That's all I'm saying is that this dude is the most unstoppable dude that I've been able to play against because of his skill and the ways that he can score. That is all he was saying. I don't think he was trying to disrespect Kevin Durant. I don't think he was trying to give a dig to him. Now, it's going to come off as a dig because, they're not cool like that no more. They ain't cool like that right now. But, hey, I said what I said because everybody considers this dude the apex, and I'm trying to tell you, no, this dude is the apex, and I'm going to tell you why. And he gave you his real, true reasons, and all I said was the nigga didn't lie. And you have evidence of that. That's all he said. I understand you don't like the fact that this nigga's out here still got Kevin Durant in his name in his mouth. I understand. Cool. I understand how you feel, why you feel. But what we're saying is we didn't take it like that. I didn't really take it like that. I took it as he might be right there. I don't think he lied. And that's exactly what I text. He ain't lied though. He not lying. He keeping it 100 from his perspective. That's his perspective, his one-on-one perspective of him playing against Kevin Durant and against Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the dude that's unstoppable, and I can't do anything with him. I don't have anything on the scouting report. I can't come up with nothing.
I feel like
his skill is unmatched, is basically what he said.
I feel like he bigged up Kevin Durant because where all these other podcasts was talking about the most skillful people, none of them brought this nigga name up.
Thank you. That's true.
I was wondering why. None of them. Everybody went to Isaiah and all these other niggas.
All guards.
And he used who he would compare him to, which I can understand why, because that's who we consider the top scorer in the game. And he didn't say, like I said, he didn't say he was better than him. He was just talking about necessarily with the skill. And he was like, I need somebody he felt like can compare in skill to make his reference point.
Him saying, I feel like Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everyone thinks Kevin Durant is basically him saying, y'all want to put Kevin Durant here, I'm putting Kyrie Irving here. So yes, he was saying that he was a better scorer than him.
No,
he's the
more skilled, the more unstoppable player.
Came from.
He's more skilled. He's more unstoppable at scoring. What is? I don't understand.
No,
yes, he's more skilled. He's more unstoppable at scoring.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying
everybody thinks Kevin Durant is.
Yes, because when he's saying
Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer of the greatest scorer to ever play the game of basketball.
But he didn't say.
He's saying, y'all think it's Kevin Durant. I think it's Kyrie Irving.
He didn't say nothing about scoring. He said he's more unstoppable because there's nothing that I had in my.
The quote literally says.
Read it word for word.
I will. The quote literally says.
Beach class.
Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everyone, the world, thinks of Kevin Durant.
But in his example, he didn't say nothing about scoring.
This is what the quote said. Yeah, it don't matter what he said. This is what he said. This is his exact words from Draymond Green.
Yes, Brianna. We already know that. What I'm telling you is I'm looking at the context of the whole thing that he was talking about.
I understand
speaking in reference of skill.
I understand that. You were speaking in reference, but this says
and he held Kevin Durant in high regard.
Everybody's going. He did not.
He didn't say that he was better than. He didn't use. He could have used anybody who he felt like was great, but he felt like who he felt like was at the top of that, which is also an opinion. He could have said LeBron James because this nigga got the most points ever.
Ain't that his bestest and friends? Why didn't he say LeBron James? You want to know why? Because he don't like that nigga. He was trying to be controversial.
Well, we got to agree to disagree.
That's why. Because you're right. He could have said LeBron James. He could have said the nigga he played with, Steph Curry. He could have said a lot of other people.
But
he chose felt to like, say this nigga because
he felt like this guy was worthy of that praise. He felt like this guy was worthy of that praise.
Now we know Draymond Green.
He put him at the top.
For real. Let's be for real. We know Draymond Green. We know how he set up. He was not trying to get his nigga praise.
So hold on. So if he says LeBron's name right there, are you still saying he being disrespectful?
Yes, if he said it in the same way, I think.
But you just told me he could have said anybody else. So obviously,
exactly, I'm
wouldn't
saying
have
the way
taken
he
the
said
same
was
way.
I'm gonna say he
disrespectful.
ain't lying.
The way he said it was
I'm gonna say
disrespectful.
he ain't
Regardless
lying.
of who name he put there, it was gonna be disrespectful the way that he worded it. Regardless,
I'm gonna
it
say
don't
he
matter
ain't
the
lying.
way he worded it. It was gonna be disrespectful no matter who name he put there. Whether it was true or not, it was gonna be disrespectful the way he worded it.
No, man.
I'm not changing my stance on that. I don't care if he was talking about Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. It was gonna be rude the way that he worded it, regardless.
Either way for me, I don't think he lying.
Exactly. You just use KD as a reference point.
You've been a hater since day one.
That's not hating. I'm not hating.
Man.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it how I see it.
Hey, Chris, you've been a hater for a long time.
Y'all can perceive it how
You've been a
y'all
hater
want to.
forever.
I'm just telling you how
You've
I
been a
see it.
hater forever.
How I see it
for a
is,
long time.
but
I don't know, man. Chris be hating, but Brianna be riding that strap now.
Oh, I just told you that it was going to be rude no matter who was in there. The way that he worded it was going to be rude no matter who. I think Kyrie Irving is the scorer that everyone, the world, thinks of LeBron James. That's rude no matter what. No matter whose name was there. My argument was for Kevin Durant because that's whose name he said. No matter whose name was there, it was rude. My argument was, of course, for Kevin Durant because
the man is. It's a million ways to skin a cat. He can use a reference point to try to make a point if he wants to.
Right. I get it. There's no way in the hell you can big up somebody. You don't have to talk about nobody else to big up anybody.
Right. But what I'm saying is he didn't disrespect the man.
Yes, that sounds disrespectful.
It just sounds disrespectful to you.
No, I bet you tomorrow. So tomorrow when you watch First Take and ESPN and everybody doing their account of what he said, because it had came out after the shows. So when they talk about it tomorrow on the shows, I'll go ahead and I'll let you know what everybody said. Because I'm sure they're going to say that shit was disrespectful. Based off the fact that these niggas don't get along.
I'm sure just like on the podcast we on right now, they'll be divided. It'll be some people that feel the way you feel. It'll be some people that feel the way that I feel.
Roll your eyes. Here thinking of a way to how you stop that nigga because I ain't came up with one yet except when he decided he don't want to play no more.
To stop who?
Kyrie. Like what do you do?
First of all, be for real.
You tell me the person like you said earlier. You tell me what you're supposed to do to Kyrie to stop him.
Kyrie is on a team with Luka. Luka is that nigga on that team.
You tell me what you supposed to do.
Like let's
first of all, why is Kevin Durant averaging only 4 points in the last couple fourth quarters and they ain't giving him a damn ball?
I don't know. That's not my beat.
So
that doesn't
change the fact that he's averaging because he should be using the ball then, right?
That doesn't change he is the man in Phoenix.
Then why he ain't scoring more in the fourth?
It doesn't matter if this nigga was averaging 2 points. We all know that.
Why is he not scoring more in the fourth?
The same way we know
why he ain't demanding the ball?
In Dallas is Luka.
Why he ain't demanding the ball in the fourth?
Dallas is Luka. In Phoenix is KD.
Why
was in OKC.
Wait a minute.
When KD was in Brooklyn, it was KD. When KD was in Golden State, it was KD.
With Luka, why Luka didn't take that last shot then?
It's always going to be KD.
Why didn't Luka take the last shot?
So what's the point you trying to make?
I don't know, but I'm asking the question because you said... No, I asked you a question and you swerved on that bitch. You was like,
you said, why is he averaging 4 points in the fourth quarter? I don't know. Am I KD? I don't know why he averaging 4 points in the fourth quarter and why they not passing him the ball. Do I look like my nigga
scoring more?
Do I look like I'm the head coach of fucking Phoenix? I don't know.
You know?
Do I look like the head coach in Phoenix? I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
You gotta know.
I don't know. I don't know why he's averaging 4 points and why they not passing him the ball.
Chris, this is what you wanted.
It is what I wanted, and I'm winning.
How the hell am I supposed to know that?
Like I said, all I'm saying is
take your blood pressure medicine.
Man didn't lie. He didn't lie.
Talk to me when playoff time comes and see if this nigga still averaging 4 points in the fourth quarter.
He better not be. They better be giving you the ball. That's all
I can't tell you. How am I supposed to tell him to get the ball? Give him the ball.
Like you just said.
What the hell you asking me that for? What the
like
hell
you just said. Give that nigga the ball.
Tell him to get the ball.
Just like you just said. Get that nigga the ball. He over there he's sitting over there in the corner like he JJ Redick. Like, all right, nigga, go get the ball. That shit's ridiculous. But it is what it is. Anybody got anything else they like to say?
Nah, man.
Brianna, you got anything for us?
No.
We all good. Great segment, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Was Draymond being disrespectful or nah? We would like to know. Till next time, deuce.
Peace.